Hello everyone, welcome to 1045 Engineering. We are here with yet another video in our Grind 75, a Better Blind 75 coding series. So today's problem is merging k sorted lists. So let's start with the problem, understand it, and start coding. With this, we have reached 74th out of 75 problems. We are almost close to our end of this series. So last time we have solved the maximum profit job scheduling. I'll mark it checked. You can find it in the list. Let's start with merge k sorted lists. Okay, now this is one of the most frequently asked interview questions for the tough level coding interviews or the fan coding interviews. So we'll go with the question. You are given an array of k linked lists. Each linked list is sorted in ascending order. Merge all the linked lists into one sorted linked list and return it. Okay, we are given this list of lists. So we can see 145, 134, 26, right? These lists internally are sorted and we have to generate the overall sorted list. That will be 1 1 2 3 4 4 5 6. Okay, if you have worked with the merge sorts, this is actually the example of how once we have sorted all the sub problems in the merge sort, and in the end we are merging all the sub arrays or the sub list to a singular list. Okay. Now, before I start and solve this problem, please take a minute and think of an approach that we will take to solve this. Ready? Okay. Now we can see that, okay, one thing is clear, we have to merge them, right? We can merge them. One could be that you go one by one. You compare one with this two, and of course, if there are more sub lists in this list of arrays, we'll compare the first element from all the list and we see that, okay, this one is the smallest. We take it in the new list and then we move the pointer for this sub array or the sub list to 4. In next iteration we can get 1, and similarly next iteration we can get 2. Or what we can simply do is we can merge list at a time. Let's start with we are going to merge 2 lists at a time. So these 2 lists will be merged. In the next iteration we are going to merge 4 lists. So let's say if there are 4 lists here, in first iteration we merge these 2 lists. In the next iteration we'll merge this list with the next list, or the solution of this list with this list, right? This way we'll merge all the lists and combine them into one list. Okay, that is the solution. So for these 3 lists, first we'll have the combination of these 2 lists. We'll have the answer as 1 1 3 4 4 5, and then we'll combine it with the other list, that is 2 6. Okay, with this let's start with our solution. Okay, so we have to check for the base case if the lists are empty, like explained in these cases. Okay, so I'll say base case if lists is equal to null, or lists dot length is equal to 0. Okay, with this we can return null. That's it. Otherwise we'll initialize one interval to keep track of the total number of lists that we have to merge. So we can say int interval, will initialize it with 1. One interval would be that we are going to merge this with the next one, that is this one. Okay, what else do we need? With this we can actually start with our iteration process. So we'll say iterate through the lists array. Okay, so we'll say while interval is less than lists dot length. Okay, we'll check for int I is equal to 0, I plus interval, okay, is less than lists dot length. I will be I plus equal to interval multiplied by 2. Okay, now Why multiplied by 2? Because once, let's assume there are 4 sublists. Once we have combined the first 2 lists, then we want to combine the second 2 lists and the result of them into one, right? So we can say lists of I is equal to, we need to merge the lists. Okay, so we'll create another method for merging. We'll call it merge to list. So merge to lists. Okay, we are going to merge lists of I. That will be 0th list, that is the first one, that is 1 4 5, with these next list, that is lists of I plus interval, right? For the first case, the interval value is 1. After each for loop, will increase the interval with 2, so that will reach next and next set of lists. So we can say interval into equal to 2. Okay, and once this overall is solved, we can simply return the head of our list. That will be lists of 0. That will be a list node of type list node. Let's create our another method for merging 2 lists. So we can say merge 2 lists. So all this method is going to do is, let's say we have these 2 lists, right? One is 1 4 5 and the other one is 1 3 4. Okay, it will result into the output of one single list, that will be 1 1 3 4 5. Okay, so this functionality is only going to be to merge the 2 lists. So we'll say private list node, we are going to return the list node, merge 2 lists. Okay, we need list node L1 and the second list node L2. So we have the head of both the 2 lists. So we can say list node, we'll create a temp is equal to new list node, we'll pass the value 0. Okay, we created a temporary list node. Then one more list node current is equal to temp. Okay, now while L1 is not equal to null and L2 is also not equal to null. So when we are merging two lists, okay, let's say we are merging 2 lists, we compare 1 with 1, 4 with 4, but let's say this list was 6 and then 7 and then 8 and then 9. After we have compared 1, we got 1 from this, we took the next one from here, then we got 3 from here, then we got 4 from here and this 4, and after this list node is empty. So by then, once this list node is empty, we know, okay, then rest of the list is going to remain the same, that will be 6 7 8 9, right? So if while list L1 is not equal to null and L2 is not equal to null, so we'll start if L1 dot value, so this is coming from this value list node type, L1 dot value is less than L2 dot value. So if L1 node's first value is smaller, we can say current dot next will be equal to L1. We got the smaller one, and now L1 can move to the next node in its sublist. So L1 is equal to L1 dot next. Else, so if L1 value is greater or both of them are equal, we could have taken the equal in any of the if or else, so we are taking it in the else current dot next will come from L2. Okay, and then we'll move the L2 is equal to L2 dot next. Okay, that's it. In the end, once this is done, we can say current is equal to current dot next. Okay, so we move the current pointer also from this list node. Okay, that's it. After this, if any one of the list is still empty, we have to check for them as well, right? So if L1 is still not empty, that is in this case 6 7 8 9 are left, we have to merge them as well, right? That is common for the merge sorts as well. So we'll check if L1 is not equal to null. So we can say current dot next is equal to L1, and then rest of the nodes, since they're already linked, they will directly get copied. Else current dot next is equal to L2. That's all, right? And in the end we will return which one do we want to return? We'll return our temp, that is the head. So we can say return temp dot next, so head of the solution. So we'll be returning this pointer towards this node. Okay, that's all. We are merging the two lists. We return them back to this one. So what will happen is, after one initial run, firstly we have two lists. That is, let me give you a quick dry run here. Or before that, let's just run and check that it is working fine. We have some compilation issues. Is there any spelling mistake? Which one is it? Line number 32. Okay, list node, we don't need comma. Run. Okay, let's submit. Okay, it's working fine, right? Let's jump back to our quick dry run. Okay, so we can say in the beginning, for the first iteration, we'll call it iteration 1. Okay, value of I will be 0. Value of I is already equal to 0, so we are going to merge which two lists of 0 and lists of 1, right? That will result into merging these two lists. So we will get 1 it will take time typing this way. That will be 1 1 3 4 4 and 5, right? Now in the iteration 2, when I is equal to, the loop continues, and when value of I is equal to 2, because since value of interval was 1 into 2 is 2, I is equal to I plus 2, I value was 0 for 2, we are going to merge the list 2. But where will we merge list 2? So in the second iteration we have to merge list of 2, right? But we'll not be merging it with anyone, since since we get a out of bounds, since our interval will run out of bounds, right? So this loop will get over. Now we have the second list, that will be 2 and 6, right? Now we'll start with the iteration again. So that will be for iteration 2. I'll call it iteration 1 or iteration 1. Here I'll call it value of I is equal to 0. Okay, here value of I is equal to 2. That's where we got the outer bounds. So we merged these first two lists, we got the result, and the second list is like this. This was merged with an empty list, so it's the same. Now in the second iteration, we'll start again value of I is going to be 0. Once this for loop is over, we have increased our interval. Now again the interval is less than list dot length, we'll start with the 0. So we can say next time we'll have I is equal to 0. Okay, we are going to merge which all lists? List of 0 and list of 2, right? Because here we have the condition merge the list of I and list of I plus interval. There is 0 plus 2 2, list of 2. So we'll be merging the two lists, and now list of 0 already has this complete solution. So this list will be merged with 2 6. So we'll have the final answer as 1 1 2 3 4 4 5 6. Okay, that's it. We got our final solution, and in the end our final command Z. Okay, and in the end our final list is going to be this one. Okay, and then we are returning the head of the lists of 0. Okay, that's it. I know it might seem a little complicated, but the solution is very easy. All we are doing is we are merging the lists. Okay, we are merging the first 2 lists, then we are increasing the level of interval. Since we have already merged this first 2 lists, let's merge the next set of lists with the next set of lists. So assume it like this, that you have merged list 0 with list 1, you have merged list 2 with list 3, list 4 with list 5, list 6 with list 7, right? Now in the next iteration you will merge list 1 with list 2, list 0 with list 2, list 3 with list 5, list 6 with list 8. Next time again interval will move forward. So I know some people might still get the confusion, so I'll quickly say, let's say you have this is one list, list 2, list 3, list 4, list 5, list 6, list 7. Okay, since interval is equal to 1, first you merge these two. The solution is in list 1, and you merge these two. So let's say we have L3 here, then these two are merged, so L1 L2 is merged, L3 L4 is merged, or I should start it with the lowest index so that we can represent the index. So L0 and L1 were merged into this one, L2 and L3 got merged into L2, then 4 and 5 are merged and we have L4. Okay, then we have L6. Okay, now next time you want to merge L0 with L2, right? How will you reach L0 to L2 directly? That's why we keep interval. So at each iteration we increase the interval by 2. We simply multiply it by 2. You can see earlier there was a gap of 1, L0 L1. Now there is a gap of 2, L0 to L2. Okay, now L0 L2 will be merged into this one, L0. Then we have L4 L6 merged to L4. Next time again the interval will be increased from 2 to 4. So from 0 will go 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4. L0 and L4 will be merged. Okay, so that's all. We are merging the subsets of all the lists, and this function is just simply merging 2 lists, and then we are increasing the interval. Okay, yeah, that's all from today's video, everyone. And yes, of course the overall time complexity is going to be n log k for just like any other merge sort, where n is the total number of nodes and k is the number of linked lists. Okay, with this, yes, this is the end of the video. For anything, please let me know in the comment section if you guys still have any doubts or anything. And in the end, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.